What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of The Artist Reads the Bible. Today we're going to be starting with Leviticus 22. And 22, it's not terribly long, but 23 is super long. So we'll see. I know I'm doing 22, but we'll see. As usual, got my highlighter, got my decaf Java juice, and I got Living Word of God right here. Speaking of decaf, let me give me some. I love coffee, I'm telling you. Going back for seconds is good. Get these spectacles off here. Oh, whole eyes are tired. Bet they about wearing glasses. Your eyes get tired. Alright, 22. The Lord said to Moses, "Tell Aaron and his sons to be very careful with the sacred gifts that the Israelites set apart for me, so they do not bring shame on my holy name. I am the Lord. Give them the following instructions. In all future generations, if any of your descendants is ceremonially unclean, when he approaches the sacred offerings that the people of Israel consecrate to the Lord, he must be cut off from my presence. I am the Lord. If any of Aaron's descendants has a skin disease or any kind of discharge that makes him ceremonially unclean, he may not eat from the sacred offerings until he has been pronounced clean. He also becomes unclean by touching a corpse." Excuse me. Or by having an emission of semen, or by touching a small animal that is unclean, or by touching someone who is ceremonially unclean for any reason. The man who is defiled in any of these ways will remain unclean until evening. He may not eat from the sacred offerings until he has bathed himself in water. When the sun goes down, he will be ceremonially clean again and may eat from the sacred offerings, for this is his food. He may not eat an animal that has died a natural death or has been torn apart by wild animals, for this would defile him. I am the Lord. The priest must follow my instructions carefully. Otherwise, they will be punished for their sin and will die for violating my instructions. I am the Lord who makes them holy. No one outside a priest's family may eat the sacred offerings. Even guests and hired workers in a priest's home are not allowed to eat them. However, if the priest buys a slave for himself, the slave may eat from the sacred offerings. My sciences are on full blast tonight. There they are, going with that slave again. But I don't know. I just can't. Couldn't. There's no way. I can't. Even if it was 100% legal, I could not do it. I just could not own another human being. I can't. I basically own 2 cats. Used to be 4, 2 passed on. But there's times I even feel guilty about having cats. But I think, well, would they be happier if they were outside, natural habitat? And then I think, well, no, because especially Grandma and her brothers and sisters, they all are dead now. And, well, I assume they are. I know 2 of them are, because I've seen it happen. And I think, I've given her a lot of good years, and they're both spoiled, and I think, well, I don't treat them like slaves were treated back in the day, I don't beat them, I don't yell at them, I don't mistreat them, and I try to provide them a really good life, like I would my own children, but there's times even I feel guilty about having cats, you know. I don't know. I couldn't do it. I don't know what, I just can't. It's just, you know, I guess maybe it'd be different if God commanded it or that was a law you had to, you know. Of course, maybe then it'd be different. But nowhere in the Bible does it say I have to have a slave, so I'm not going to have one. Even though it says it's all right, it's, in my mind, it's no, I can't do it. So, and if his slaves have children, they also may share his food. If a priest's daughter marries someone outside the priestly family, she may no longer eat the sacred offerings. But if she becomes a widow or is divorced and has no children to support her, and she returns to live in her father's home, as in her youth, she may eat her father's food again. Otherwise, no one outside a priest's family may eat the sacred offerings. Any such person who eats the sacred offerings without realizing it must pay the priest for the amount eaten, plus an additional 20%. The priest must not let the Israelites defile the sacred offerings brought to the Lord by allowing unauthorized people to eat them. This would bring guilt upon them and require them to pay compensation. I am the Lord who makes them holy. And the Lord said to Moses, give Aaron and his sons and all the Israelites these instructions. Well, I'm telling you, my sinuses are just draining. Oh. Which apply both to native Israelites and to the foreigners living among you. If you present a gift as a burnt offering to the Lord, whether it is to fulfill a vow or is a voluntary offering, you will be accepted only if your offering is a male animal with no defects. It may be a bull, a ram, or a male goat. Do not present an animal with defects, because the Lord will not accept it on your behalf. If you present a peace offering to the Lord from the herd or the flock, whether it is to fulfill a vow or as a voluntary offering, you must offer a perfect animal. It may have no defect of any kind. You must not offer an animal that is blind, crippled, or injured, or that has a wart, a skin sore, or scabs. Such animals must never be offered on the altar as special gifts to the Lord. If a bull or lamb has a leg that is too long or too short, it may be offered as a voluntary offering, but it may not be offered to fulfill a vow. If an animal has damaged testicles or is castrated, you may not offer it to the Lord. You must never do this in your own land, and you must not accept such an animal from foreigners and then offer it as a sacrifice to your God. Such animals will not be accepted on your behalf, for they are mutilated or defective. And the Lord said to Moses, when a calf or lamb or goat is born, it must be left with its mother for 7 days. From the 8th day on, it will be acceptable as a special gift to the Lord. For you must not slaughter a mother animal and her offspring on the same day, whether from the herd or the flock. When you bring a thanksgiving offering to the Lord, sacrifice it properly, so you will be accepted. Eat the entire sacrificial animal on the day it is presented. Do not leave any of it until the next morning. I am the Lord. You must faithfully keep all my commands by putting them into practice, for I am the Lord. Do not bring shame on my holy name, for I will display my holiness among the people of Israel. I am the Lord who makes you holy. It was I who rescued you from the land of Egypt, that I might be your God. I am the Lord. I think I am going to stop there at 22. Yeah, I don't. Talks a lot in the Bible about slaves. I don't know. And I know even today, there has been slavery. You know, we usually only talk about it in this country, you know, because of how black people were brought over here and forced to be slaves, you know. But it has happened since, well, basically the beginning of time. And it still happens to this day. You know, it did not end, what was it, 200 years ago, however many years ago. I don't know when slavery ended. Um, but it didn't end. It still goes on. There's children being sold into sexual slavery as we speak. I mean, in this country. Um, you know, a lot of celebrities and a lot of politicians and rich people kind of want all that hush hush because that whole Epstein Island thing. But yeah, I mean, they're taken across the border. They're kidnapped, um, and young children that come across, into our country from Mexico or South America, what have you. A lot of them are basically slaves too. They're being used for somebody else to get their freedom or whatever. And I'm sure, well, I know in the Middle East there's still slavery. I'm not sure about Africa. I don't know. I would love to go to Africa sometime for the animals. Problem is, most of the animals I want to see over there, they want to see me too, to eat me. So that's why I ain't going to Africa. Beautiful animals, but beautiful land, but I ain't trying to get eaten by a tiger or a lion or what do they have tigers in Africa? They have them in Asian countries. They have them, I think, in Russia. And they have them in India too. I don't know if they have tigers in Africa or not. I would assume they do. I don't know. I know they have lions, zebras, giraffes, elephants, jackal, hyenas. I would assume they have tigers. I don't know. Honestly, I might look that up later. But I don't know. It just doesn't sit right with me, man. I can't. I just can't. The thought of owning another human being, it just. I don't know. See, I don't even know. I'm not even sure I could. If I hit the lottery tomorrow, which you gotta play to win, then I don't play, so I wouldn't. But if I did, I don't even think I could have a butler or a maid, because I would feel guilty about. I mean, obviously they'd be getting paid very well, and I wouldn't mistreat them in any way, but I'd feel guilty. I'd be like, I don't want. They're like cleaning up after me, and they're like, they're cooking for me and doing my laundry, and it's like, man, I don't feel right. I don't know. I know that's like, I guess like in England, certain countries, they actually have butlers. Well, I'm sure they got them here too. But, and I know there's people that like train, go to school to be a butler. But it's like, and I know that's their job. It just, it's like Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, that show. They had Jeffrey the butler, and he had his own room there, and they treated him good. But it's just like, I don't think I could do that, man. Have somebody cleaning up it. Well, a lot of people are gonna be like, "Don't your wife do that already?" She kind of does. But I'm married to her, and I buy her about anything she wants, man. But yeah, I should probably help out more. I take care of the outside, but I should, especially during the winter, I should help out more inside. Yeah, but I did when she got her teeth dental work done. She wasn't feeling very good, and I did the dishes, I did the laundry, I swept the kitchen floor. got food for her, made sure she took her medicine when she was supposed to. You know, she can't take pain pills because her stomach, she'll just barf everywhere. So I'd get her Tylenol every, it's supposed to be 6 hours, but, when somebody's in extreme pain, I'd let her have it about 5 hours. But I don't even think she really took much, but, she's better now, and I probably do need to help out a little more, I think. I don't know. Now that I think about it, I do put a lot on her. She makes my phone calls because I can't deal with people. This is different. All I see is a phone. Yeah, I think I need to help out a little more. See, so I got something out of it today that I need to help out more. Help my wife more. Well, I do love coffee. I tell you one, the only thing I would pay somebody, I don't think I'd want a butler or a maid, but I would hire somebody to make me coffee all day. There's your coffee, Miss Rhodes. Well, thank you. I could do that. Because I drink coffee, a lot of coffee. Well, this is decaf, but you get the point. I love freaking coffee. And not that crap from Starbucks either. I know a lot of you going to be like, what? And no, I hate Starbucks. Their coffee, to me, is disgusting. I can't stand it. And especially that foo-foo flavored crap they got. No, black. That's the only way to drink my coffee. Black. No sugar, no creamer, no whipped cream, no freaking all that other crap, crushed ice. Nope, I don't want cold coffee. I want hot black coffee. That's it. And I want a little bit of water in there so I can drink it faster. Then it's not as hot. So no, I can't stand it. And I've tried their regular, just straight black coffee. And I'm going to tell you, I guess, I don't know, I'm not used to that strong a coffee, I guess, because I got to like dilute it half water before I can drink it. And then even then it gives me a headache. I just can't. My coffee, I don't know, a lot of people probably call flavored water. I don't know, but I just don't drink it that strong. I did in the Army, but I don't know. I think because I quit smoking and I don't drink, I don't use drugs. It's about the only habit I got left. And I think because I quit smoking about 10 years ago, 10 or 11, I don't remember how long it's been now, that I kind of, I guess, substitute it with coffee. I don't know, because even when I smoked, I drank the crap out of coffee. I'd have coffee in one hand and a cigarette in the other. And I've smoked a lot. I smoked 3 packs a day. I had to quit, though. I had a doctor tell me I had COPD, and, I was at the beginning stages. He said, if you don't quit, you're going to go downhill quick. And, they say if you quit smoking, you'll feel better. If you quit smoking, you'll be healthier. You'll cut your risk of a heart attack. You'll cut your risk of, like lung cancer, all that. Now, cut my risk of lung cancer, yeah, I probably did that because obviously I haven't had lung cancer. But the having more energy thing, nah, that is a myth. Cutting your risk of a heart attack, that's a myth too. Because I quit smoking 10 or 11 years ago, and I had a heart attack 5 years ago, massive heart attack. It dang near killed me. It did kill 25% of my heart. My heart is barely functioning now. How I'm not showing symptoms of heart failure, I don't know. baffles a lot of people. I have no swelling. I don't get out of breath when I exercise unless I'm like doing, crazy aerobic type. I can walk on that treadmill for an hour and it wouldn't bother me. And I don't just casually walk. I have like a 4% incline, and I walk at between 2.8 to 3.2 mile per hour speed. And I will do it for at least 20 minutes, 5 days a week. Doesn't bother me in the least. Now, if I do, I think a lot of it's my gut. I bend over, tie my shoes or something, I get out of breath. But I'm thinking it's like, I'd try to do things outside. But I think because I've been on disability so long, I think, I haven't worked since 2005 or 2003 actually. I think a lot of it's I'm not used to doing things, you know what I mean? I think if I gradually start doing more, I'd get back into, So I don't know. I don't know how. My heart, it just, if they hadn't told me, if they hadn't reminded me all the time, 25% of your heart dead, and then they made me get this stupid defibrillator pacemaker thing, and then because I'm at risk for sudden cardiac death, and if they hadn't told me, your ejection fraction rate's 20, I wouldn't even know. I wouldn't even freaking know that I had heart failure. Nobody would know. If it wasn't for the echoes and the, well, that's pretty much how they know is the echoes. Because stress tests I did showed no blockages of any kind. So that is a myth. Cutting smoking reduce your risk of a heart attack. Didn't reduce my risk. I didn't have a mild heart attack, a moderate heart attack. I had a massive heart attack in the left anterior descending, a plaque rupture. It's about as bad as it gets. That one usually kills people. That's why they call it the Widowmaker. They don't call it the fluffy puppy, the cute cuddly kitty. It's called the Widowmaker for a reason. Anyway, good Lord, I've been rambling on forever. Y'all probably like, good grief, don't you ever shut up? How can you have heart failure as much as you talk? You don't never get out of breath. And I don't. Certain activities, I get a little out of breath, but walking on that treadmill, talking, obviously. I can talk forever. Ask anybody that knows me. Y'all should know. You watch my videos. Anyway, I'm going to hop off here. I love each and every one of you. Y'all, please, please, please be good to each other. And I'll bring you something again real soon.